There comes a moment in a man's life when his reflection no longer looks like him. Something feels missing in the eyes, a dullness that wasn't always there. The sparkle, the fire, the clarity he once carried has faded without him realizing when it happened. It's in that silent moment, staring at his own tired gaze, that a question rises like a shadow behind the glass. What drained the glow from my eyes? Before we dive into the secrets of semen retention power, make sure you subscribe now and join our Telegram family. The link's in the description. Don't miss the exclusive insights and daily motivation that will keep your energy, focus, and discipline unstoppable. Your success journey starts today. This question hits harder than expected, because somewhere deep inside, he knows the truth. He feels the reality he never wanted to confront. He senses that the energy he lost wasn't taken from him, but given away freely, repeatedly, habitually, without awareness of the cost. The eyes are the first to reveal this loss. Before the body weakens, before the posture bends, before confidence fades, the eyes betray everything. They lose their shine, their sharpness, their depth. They start to look like windows with the lights turned off, and if a man tracks the timeline of his decline, he sees the connection instantly. The glow left the moment he stopped retaining himself. When he discovers semen retention, the shift begins almost immediately. Not because the world changes, but because he changes. His inner energy stops leaking and starts rising. The aura he once thought was a myth begins building quietly beneath the surface. In the first place this newfound power shows itself is in the eyes. At first, it's subtle. Maybe a hint of brightness around the iris, maybe a sharper outline of the eyelids, maybe a calmness settling behind the gaze. But the difference is unmistakable. He starts seeing someone new in the mirror, someone alive, someone present, someone dangerous in the best possible way. This transformation is not an illusion. It is not placebo. It is not imagined. It is biology meeting psychology meeting spirit. It is energy collecting instead of escaping. It is masculine essence beginning to orbit the body like charged electricity. Around the 3-week mark, something dramatic happens. The pupils shrink slightly as stress hormones drop. The whites of the eyes brighten as internal inflammation reduces. The pigments become more pronounced as testosterone supplies. The stare becomes grounded, unshakable. And along with these changes, another phenomena awakens. The ability to hold eye contact without flinching. Before retention, holding someone's gaze felt uncomfortable, almost threatening. The mind wandered. The body tensed. The eyes broke contact out of fear of being seen. But after retention, something primal shifts. A man finally feels enough energy within him to carry his own gaze. Eye contact becomes effortless, natural, magnetic. It is no longer a challenge, but an instinct. He starts locking eyes with strangers longer than before. He feels no shame, no hesitation, no insecurity. Instead, he feels like he's communicating without words. This is where the language of the eyes begins to unlock. A language only available to men whose energy is rising instead of falling. A language that does not require speech because the aura does the talking. Women notice it first. Men feel it second. The world reacts before the man himself fully understands what is happening. People begin staring at him in public places. Some out of curiosity, some out of confusion, some out of attraction. The gaze they give is not the casual glance given to anyone else. It is a searching look, a wondering look, a look that says something about you has changed. He doesn't need to speak for others to feel him. Around this stage, he realizes eye contact is not merely a social gesture. It is an energetic exchange. Souls communicate through the eyes long before words are exchanged. And when a man's energy is high, his eyes become conduits of intention, presence, and truth. A woman, especially, can feel this instantly. Her intuition is tuned to detect authenticity at a subconscious level. She can sense when a man is depleted, when he is lying to himself, when his energy is scattered. She can also sense when his masculine essence is contained and radiating from within. There is no faking retention energy. A man either carries it or he doesn't. When a man is leaking his seed frequently, his eyes reveal weakness. They dart away, they retreat, they fold. They avoid being seen too deeply. And that moment of broken contact tells the feminine everything she needs to know. But when a man retains, everything reverses. His gaze stabilizes, his confidence grows, his presence becomes heavier. He doesn't look away because he doesn't feel threatened by connection. He feels aligned with himself. There is a truth in his eyes that requires no explanation. A truth that says he is not pretending. A truth that says he has faced himself and won. This communicates more powerfully than any words he could speak. As the retention journey continues, another transformation unfolds. Eye contact becomes not just comfortable, but pleasurable. There is a thrill in seeing another person react to the energy behind the eyes. A joy in watching their expression shift when they sense the depth of presence you carry. Even conversations change. Words no longer matter as much as the energy behind them. The pauses become more powerful. The silences become more meaningful. The gaze becomes the primary channel of communication, and everything else follows naturally. This is the dimension most men never access. A place beyond small talk. A realm where connection is energetic, not verbal. A space where the eyes speak stories the tongue could never articulate. Retention opens this realm because retention gives a man back to himself. It restores the alignment between body, mind, and spirit. It brings coherence where there was once fragmentation. It builds stillness where there was once chaos. And in stillness, the eyes glow. This glow is not metaphorical. It is not poetic exaggeration. It is literal. The shine in the eyes is the reflection of vitality cycling through the body. The aura brightens as the nervous system stabilizes. The presence becomes magnetic as hormones balance. At higher retention streaks, this glow becomes impossible to hide. People comment on it without knowing what it is. They say you look different. They say you look healthier. They say your eyes look clearer. They say your vibe feels stronger. They are witnessing the aura awakening. This aura is not mystical fantasy. It is the electromagnetic field of the body becoming more charged, more coherent, more powerful. When a man retains his seed, the life force no longer escapes but circulates upward, lighting the eyes, sharpening the mind, strengthening the presence. In this state, women often confess something unusual. They admit they feel seen when they look into your eyes. Not judged, not evaluated. Seen. Truly seen. This is the sensation the feminine has been craving in the modern world. Most men can't offer it because most men are empty inside. Their gaze reflects depletion, not depth. But their retained masculine gaze reflects presence, strength, and certainty. This is what draws the feminine toward him. Not his looks, not his physique, not his words. His eyes. His eyes. His energy. The journey does not end there. As retention deepens across months, something even more extraordinary awakens. The ability to see beyond the surface of people. A man begins sensing emotions, intentions, and energies by simply looking into someone's eyes. This is not supernatural. It is heightened intuition, developed from holding intense internal power. When a man retains, he becomes more perceptive, more attuned, more aware. He feels people's souls before he hears their stories. This changes how he navigates the world. He chooses his circle carefully. He walks with intention. He interacts with purpose. His aura becomes a shield and a beacon at the same time. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. He no longer fears being seen. He embraces it. He no longer looks for approval. He radiates it. He no longer escapes into fantasy. He chooses reality. This is the masculine rebirth. Not a loud transformation. Not a dramatic announcement, but a silent awakening that begins behind the eyes and radiates outward through the aura. By the time a man reaches higher retention levels, eye contact becomes more intimate than physical touch. It becomes an electric connection, a soul-level recognition, a silent conversation that words could never replicate. The feminine feels it instantly. The masculine knows it deeply. The world responds to it unconsciously. This is why semen retention is more than a practice, more than a discipline, more than a habit. It is the unlocking of a man's natural aura, the return of his primal glow, the awakening of his true presence. And it all begins in the eyes.